This is a true story. It happened to a friend of mine. Actually, two friends, Charlton and Belinda. They were affectionately known at Harvard as Chip and Bunny. When Chip and Bunny tied the knot, they searched to find the perfect home, in the perfect neighborhood, with the perfect neighbors. Something perhaps in Kennebunk, lots of tradition and history. And they found just what they were looking for. A charming old house with tons and tons of character. On the rocky cliffs overlooking the sea, the house displayed its old world Victorian charm by day, yet appeared strangely eerie by the light of the moon. Chip and Bunny were told the house was once owned by a whaling boat captain, a cantankerous old salt who, after one of many rousing spats with his wife, set sail in 1902 and never returned. It was said that the house was haunted by the ghost of the old captain, but Chip and Bunny scoffed. Perhaps folks with less sophistication than they had would be alarmed by such ghost stories, but Chip and Bunny would have no part of that. However, on their first night in the house, Chip, with trusty squash racket in hand, made his way downstairs to investigate. He found one of the old basement walls had collapsed, revealing several weathered oak wine casks with wine still inside them. Chip ventured to taste the contents of one of the casks. Awful stuff it was, but being thorough, Chip tried them all. To his surprise, one of the casks seemed to hold a rich red wine, robust, with a haughty bouquet and a piquant character. The most delicious wine Chip had ever tasted. Since the supply of this wondrous wine was limited, Chip and Bunny decided to keep it for themselves. On their subsequent wedding anniversaries, they would each savor one glass from their secret cache. Chip and Bunny went about having their basement converted into a proper wine cellar. The precious wine in that big old cask would only improve with age. Every year on their anniversary, whether they were off to a soiree at the club or a do at Munsey's country home, Chip and Bunny would toast their good fortune with the delicious claret. On their 7th anniversary, they picnicked in the basement and shared their wine on a blanket spread over the cement floor. For their 12th anniversary, Chip and Bunny took a small decanter of the wine on a cruise and sipped it in the privacy of their stateroom. And on their 17th anniversary, the couple enjoyed their private wine in the gondola of a hot air balloon wafting over the majestic Alps. For by now, Chip was a successful attorney and Bunny ran a noted magazine. It was their 22nd anniversary when the cask ran dry. Chip turned the tap and only 3 drops trickled out. Taking this disappointment in stride, they bid a fond adieu and moved on with their lives. The next day, Chip went about the task of removing the old empty cask from the basement, but he couldn't lift it off his trestle. Could there be something in the cask? He pried off the lid and looked inside. Staring back at him was the old sea captain, who had either gone to sea and returned in a wine cask, or had not made it out to sea after the last spat with his wife. This is a true story. It happened to a friend of mine, and these days, on their anniversary, Chip and Bunny, now devout teetotalers, toast each other with strawberry milkshakes.